sure you listen to my daddy's podcast right now. It's the best show in the world.
And this is episode number 29 of the Card Space Up podcast. I am your host, Mr. Ty Hill, a.k.a. motherfucking rap god, genius, all that shit. You feel me? Today I'm joined by two of the homies, you feel me? Two brothers I highly respect. My man, Ross Staten, a.k.a. I throw events, I get niggas paid, a.k.a. some people gonna say I don't get them paid, but fuck them.
I'm also a former Ames model.
Oh, shit, and a former... And we also got the homie GB, a.k.a. Mr. Greg Bugsy, a.k.a. Mr. WRF Radio. What it is, homie? I mean, this nigga... hold on, because I shortened your title up when I said Mr. WRF Radio, you feel me? Not realizing or not making sure that they realize that this nigga got his own motherfucking radio station, his own platform, and he got the video. I ain't gonna tell them about that part. This nigga the man. What up, GB?
Oh, thank you, brother. I'm humbled by that, yo. Rob Staten, peace, brother. Peace, brother. You know what I mean?
Peace, bro.
Rob Staten, the only Baltimore promoter I ever made money with. You feel me? Him and Billy Live. That's it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Look, I ain't mad at that. That's why I had to fuck with Rod on the Mr. I get niggas paid and shit for they shows on the local scene, you feel me? Because it was a big whole joke on the internet at one time, laughing and joking at this nigga, and Rod started pulling out receipts like, nah, look, this would really happen. So
Rod gonna be on this shit, yo, every time. He gonna be on this shit, nigga got receipts, dog.
And Rod's also a reoccurring host, you feel me? So I appreciate you for being a brother that always looks out and shit. So look, we're gonna go right into this shit, right? Because I want to make sure y'all understand what today is. Today is very motherfucking important because it's dedicated strictly to motherfucking hip hop, music, local, major, all of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? So today, like I said, it's very important. So I got a lyric that I wanted to rap to you niggas, right? The skill soul, truth be told, I probably be lyrically to live quali. Truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense, but I did 5 mil, and I ain't been common sense. So the first question of the day is money over lyrics, money over music, money over all that shit. Which one do you choose? Which one is more important? You feel me? It's a nigga like to live quali sitting back like, dang, should I have switched up the style just a little bit to make sure I get motherfucking heard? Or it's a nigga like Jay-Z sitting back like, fuck them niggas, fuck them lyrics. I'm out this bitch. Not saying Hov ain't giving y'all bars, but I'm out here just giving y'all whatever the fuck it is y'all want to sell. What you say, GB?
All right, let me get 15 seconds on the floor. I'm gonna pass it to you, Rob. Basically, let's take it to the beginnings, right? Sugar Hill Gang. They got a record deal. You know who walked them in to get the record deal? It was an R&B singer.
Jesus.
She walked them in there, and when she took them in the studio, she made them, follow me for a second. She made them structure the song, verse, hook, bridge. Before that, there was no commerce or rap. It was hip hop. You see what I'm saying? So we have to say that before the money aspect came in, and we was talking about banks and stuff off the record, and before the credit and the finances came in, it's the chicken or the egg. You feel me? With hip hop, when they were able to reach around the globe and have people that, hey, I want to be Talib Kweli. No, hey, I want to be Young Jeezy. No, hey, I want to be Silk the Shocker. Someone out here in the world, favorite rapper is still Silk the Shocker. You know what I'm saying? We gotta sleep with that fact. You feel me? So I think the money is what allowed it to travel around the globe. You feel me? Now, at what fault though? Just like battle rap is blowing up right now. They got deals with Twitch, Caffeine, but I see it firsthand that the culture of battle rap is suffering. They got guys battling every 2-3 weeks.
I mean, we can't.
You know what I'm saying?
CB, we also can't say that the money made it travel around the globe because keep in mind, hip hop was going to end up in every poverty neighborhood anyway. It's the same way that jazz did. It's the same way that all the other all the other genres of music that was geared towards. Let's
what's the native music of Sierra Leone called? What's the native music of Sierra Leone called?
What the fuck you want? Show that you smarter? Aye. What the fuck? I don't know.
No, I say, I just learned about it. No, I'm just saying it because
nigga, I just learned about Sierra. Say it again. Say it. I'm gonna show Sierra my ignorance real quick. I just learned about that shit when motherfucking Kanye dropped fucking blood diamonds and shit.
Right. Right. That's education, right? That's hip hop. You know what I mean? But I use it as an example to say the reason why we don't know about it hasn't came across our desk is strictly marketing and promotion. It's not the talent of the music. The music is beautiful. Afro beat. Once Drake gets on something and we learn about it, Drake jumps on Afro beat, it goes nuts. Drake start doing the Euro type of wave, it goes nuts. So it's the marketing and promotion that brings it across our desk. You feel me? So that's what hip hop did. We saw it on when I was young. You had the Word Up magazine. You feel me? We used to steal them joints. You know what I'm saying? Put the poster on the wall. If they ain't had them in the writing, you feel me? Like it wouldn't have been as accessible. You know what I'm saying? So it's the gift in the Clubhouse. Clubhouse is underground right now. You see what I'm saying? But if Clubhouse gets the marketing that Facebook has, it might be trash.
I mean, it's a slippery slope. I think that when you focus more on the craft, you'll have a longer legacy. Like somebody like MF Doom. Like since his passing, people are really starting to see how good his music was. But when he was alive, he didn't get that kind of love. But if you in it for the money and you one of those artists that's around when a certain type of style is popular, you're not going to be around for a while. So you can try to take the money, but how long is your legacy going to be is what I say.
Well, what's more? I mean, we can't say that because a nigga like Jay took the money and his legacy probably gonna outlive most of these niggas. You feel me? So, you look at niggas like MF Doom. You feel me? You got Hobson. You got Tech Nine. You got certain people that cater towards keeping those lyrics alive, keeping certain things alive. But I'm gonna be 100. I mean, can y'all name any of their songs off top? Just off the top of your head?
I mean, yeah. I mean. Look, listen,
spit 6 bars from a Hobson song.
Oh,
or MF Doom,
my fault.
or MF Doom, or motherfucking Tech Nine. Spit 6 bars from me.
Listen, I can't spit 6 bars to anybody right now. That's just
But see, here's the thing. That goes to my point of promotion and marketing. You hear, so I bet you could sit 6 Migos bars right now. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe not. Maybe not. Or let's say Future. Let's say whatever the example may be. You know what I'm saying? Drake bars, 6 Hotline Bling, whatever. You remember something from Drake. But Tech Nine and them didn't get that exposure, that promotion. You see what I'm saying? And here's the thing. Here's one more other thing, right? So most people can't, their system can't even digest Talib Kweli or J. Rue the Damage or MF Doom. Their system is not even built for it. Their system is built for a MC Hammer, a Nelly. You know what I'm saying? Amigos. It's easily digestible to the masses. Most people are, sad to say, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, 85%. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, God? 85% is, you know, the meat shall inherit the earth, but they dumb. They plumb dumb. They're retarded. They stupid. They drinking the Flint
All right,
water.
but
you know what I'm saying? They
let's
fucked
keep
up.
it on the artist. Let's keep it on the artist aspect.
Respectfully, you know what I mean?
No, let's keep it on the artist aspect. Should an artist today be worried about mainstream, or should they just keep that shit just trying to get their music heard? What's more important to y'all? And all three of us being people that come from that artistry aspect of it, what's more important? Is it the money, or is it the keeping your lyrics alive? Like would you prefer mainstream? Because you got artists like Noriega and shit that I always hear talk about that shit, that he prefer that machine behind them, pushing them and things like that. And I just get to be an artist versus me doing all of the business work and all of the other shit. You feel me?
Yeah, but
like,
machine,
what's more important?
But machine ain't always gonna be there. See, people gotta realize music artists are just like sports athletes. They're gonna use you up as much as they can while you hot or while you young. As you get older, they're gonna start backing away from you. That's how every artist got hit. Reason what makes Jay-Z and people like Nas is different, because they got so much fame so early, they kind of knew what to do. Like later on in life, you got a lot of artists who got the fame and you don't hear them no more because they didn't know what to do. I just basically saying it's just everybody gets used up. So that's why I say it's all about your legacy. If you believe in your lyrics and your style now, I say keep going with it. But if you go for the money, like what's that dude? Lil Nas X. That's said the Lil Nas X. I said Nas X.
I was about to say you gave a nigga Nas' real name, not their X.
I know. But like Lil Nas X, like after that one song peaked so high, he's at the point that he's trapped now. If you don't get nothing as high as that, then I mean you're not gonna go nowhere far. Now, did he do that type of song for the record labels, or he did it because he loved it? But is he more focused on his legacy, or is he more focused about making money? That's how
Yo,
I'm telling you. At the end
All
of the
right, so
day,
then
that's
you
what
then you
matters.
look at that. You look at a nigga like you feel me, like we was talking today's mathematics. You dig? You look at a nigga like Nas X, who came in strictly off of the one song. You feel me? Brokeback Mountain type shit, right? And he we call it as you sold out, whatever the fuck it is. He did it for the fame, right? But that nigga net worth right now is 6 million. Then you look at a nigga like Talib Kweli, who lyrically is one of the greatest ever. That's only worth 4 million net worth. Now I know y'all stars gonna look at this shit and like, nigga, our net worths online is not the same. It's not real. Whatever the fuck y'all want to do. Online say you motherfuckers is worth that, so that's what the fuck you gonna be worth. This is what I'm saying. Kweli is worth 4 million. Nas X is worth 6 million. This is what 3 years in. Nas X been in what 3 years? Kweli been in what? Kweli also came from a background, because I was talking to a homie today. He was like, well, Kweli never really sold out. He never really, and I'm like, did he not? I mean, did he not have Kanye West pushing? Did he not have fucking Most Def? And what's the group they did together? Most Def, Kweli,
Eternal.
Black Star.
No, Black Star.
Black. The name of the group is Black Star. The album was Reflection Eternal, or something like that.
Yeah. I'm fucking up because Kweli also.
the name of the group wasn't no damn Black Thought. Black Thought is from a
No,
I said Black Star. Black Star.
Oh,
Black
all
Star.
right, Black Star. So cool. So the name they had Black Star, right? So did they not try to push that shit? Did he not have songs that they tried to go mainstream? It just didn't work. That shit don't work.
At that time, Raucous Records was kind of.
So here's the thing, and that's
kind of good at the moment.
That's what I was about to say. And see, that's the point I was about to say, fellas. And I'm glad you said that, Rob. So here's the thing. Back in that time, it's like the carrot and the stick, right? So if you're a young aspirational MC in the 80s and 90s, you saw rappers that rap the way you wanted to rap. Rap like Talib Kweli, get record deals, Brand Nubian. You know what I mean? The list goes on. You feel me? Common. You see what I'm saying? The Roots. You had people, Talib, Most Def, the whole Raucous label, Duck Down Records. So you had independent labels that wasn't No Limit and Scarface and Rap, a lot of them. You had underground independent labels that you could aspire to be if you were executive or an MC and say, yo, we can make this kind of music and still get comparable bank. We might not get 6 million, but we could get 4 or 5 million out the gate, go gold. You feel what I'm saying? Or at least tour for the rest of our lives and eat. Now, fast forward to now. If I ask you guys right now, I'm asking y'all a question now. Who's the carrot and the stick for these guys? And please don't say Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, or I'm gonna throw this phone in the blender.
Oh, first
I don't want to hear that name no more. I don't even want to hear that name. I don't even want to hear Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole in this conversation because that right there is the cliche. Who do these young guys have that's eating?
All right, up to like this. In my personal opinion, Kendrick is a descendant of Pac.
The phone going in the blender.
Now, J. Cole, I ain't gonna lie to you, J. Cole is the descendant of Common.
Hold up, what?
But I don't want to hear those two guys. I'm talking about outside of those two
guys. Hold up, Kendrick is a descendant of Pac. How?
You ain't listen to Kendrick music? I mean, I don't just listen to Kendrick
music.
You
get Pac out of it, though?
Let's see, when you say that, then that tells me you ain't a fan of his music. I listen to every song, every album.
It tells me that, nigga, first of all, I'm gonna tell you this. Kendrick is a descendant of Kendrick fucking Lamar, or it's gonna be one of those West Coast niggas that kept it 100.
No.
I'm gonna tell you who y'all forgetting.
Listen to me. Listen. That's why I say I know it's somebody West Coast that Kendrick got to be, what's the name, a descendant of, but it can't be Pac. It can't be one of the most. All right, so, and this gonna be our conversation too, as far as who's your favorite rappers. Tupac is one of my favorite rappers of all time, if not my favorite rapper of all time. He's the greatest ever to exist for me in life with rap. So fuck that. You feel me? That's number one. But when you talk about a Kendrick Lamar who has kept it true to who Kendrick Lamar from day one, he has been Kendrick Lamar. He has been that same fucking nigga that you got. So
Kendrick Lamar is a hybrid. Kendrick Lamar is a hybrid of Andre 3000 and Lil Wayne.
No, stop.
That is who he's a hybrid is
to
me.
But how can you put it? How can you put it with a nigga like Tupac? How can you put it with a nigga like Tupac, who was one of the most, and niggas could take it how the fuck they want, one of the most fakest rappers that have existed when it comes to certain things. Pac was willing to change accordingly to get heard. Pac had a message that he wanted y'all motherfuckers to get. So if y'all told him y'all needed him to gangbang, Pac was going gangbang to make sure y'all get y'all message. Sadly, and when I say that the nigga was cut short, I mean when I say that the nigga was fake, I don't mean it in no disrespect, because again, Pac is my favorite rapper of all fucking time. But understand this, Pac was doing a lot of fucking fugazi shit to be heard. Now, it just so happens that his life was cut short, that he never got to really expose the plan that he had. That nigga had a plan for all this ignorant shit that y'all saw him doing. He had a plan for all of this gangbanging shit y'all saw him connected to. He had a plan for, man, keep in mind, Pac come from the background of the Black Panthers and shit like that. He come from a strong background. So when you look at that shit in the beginning, when you're talking about Panther Power and all of that shit that he was doing, remember the first CD? Then he did the Tupacalypse Now and all of that shit. Pac was switching and gradually just trying to be accepted. Kendrick never tried to be accepted. Kendrick ain't even tell y'all about the gang ties and shit like that. To what? Fucking Good Kid, Mad City, whatever the fuck that CD is.
See, come on, yo, all I'm saying is basically, it's so many songs you can bring up for Kendrick. I just say listen to one. It's called Black of the Berry, and that's a real strong ass song. Like, reason why I say compare him to Pac, because when you listen to Kendrick lyrics, he listen, he brings up a lot of stuff that Tupac brung up, the political stuff, the stuff that's killing us black people.
It's 2021, right? Every fucking artist, you got Snoop talking political shit now. I ain't never thought that day would fucking come.
Right, so
every artist is political now. You got fucking Game out there that went from motherfuckers G Unit to motherfucking who he is.
Little Pump endorsed Donald Trump, you feel me? But listen, let's not go off on a tangent, right? Let's put that on a docket, right? Because that's a good discussion, Kendrick, the new Tupac. Let's discuss, because me and Ty
had a fucked up one too.
Was having a similar discussion. Me and you had a similar discussion about Gilly being Philadelphia's version of Jay-Z. But let's get back to those.
Hold up.
Back to those. Time out.
We gonna go through. No, hold up. DB, we gonna go through that shit too, right? That's gonna be the next one on the docket. Fuck that. But we want to get to this.
No, we want to get to this. Kendrick shit, because I really want to hear, besides Black of the Berry, I want to hear some more of Rod's feelings towards that. But let's get to the original. Let's get
the
original question I posed that goes back to your question. Let's go back to the original question real quick. The original question is I could be like Ty, live quietly, but I sold 5 mil having rhyming lifetime and says whatever. All right.
Yeah.
So I had a sub question, which was, in our day, we had more carrots in the stick. We had more guys that we could see doing it. Nowadays, all they have is Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. Everyone can't get a deal with Dr. Dre. Everyone can't get a deal with Jay-Z. Back in the day, you had more underground rappers that was, that was actually eating, that you could look and see you can look in the Source magazine, you can look in on BET, and they was getting equal shelf life. Now on these playlists, if you on Spotify playlists right now, they're not gonna have 38 Special on there. They're not gonna have, they might have a Benny the Butcher. Everybody can't get a deal with Eminem and them. So now you got 3 people, whereas though back then we may have had 30, is my point. You got Griselda Records deal with Eminem. That's once in a lifetime. That's like finding
you no longer need the source. You no longer need those magazines, because
you need the source for the marketing, so the kids can see it and say, "Oh, I want to rap like yo. I don't want to rap like Lil. I don't want to make a Lil Nas X. I want to make a song like
This is the thing. These niggas is simple eating. So you got
am I
no, listen, you got hundreds of artists. You got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of artists eating. You feel me? They're eating. But niggas is looking for a platform of Excel eating. Excel eating is definitely going to be by what's controlling it, the radio. So you got to get those radios on top. So this goes back to
the radio play just to get by. The radio play just to get by. The radio play just to get by.
That was a failure.
Nowadays, you're not going to hear 38 Special on the radio. You're not going to hear MF Doom if he got a dope. You're not going to hear, you know what I mean?
You're not going to get what's the name? Keep in mind, MF Doom was out then. So that shit don't count. What I'm saying is this: back then, and that's
even when he died, they didn't play none of his music on the radio.
But when niggas try to
died, they didn't get that man the respect to say, "Yo, let's make one of your songs." Get
exactly.
Rappers die every day, B. Rappers die every day,
but hold on,
sadly. You feel me?
the
Like,
radio
it's
been
no
trash.
bullshit. You feel me? Rest in peace to MF Doom. I don't know not a motherfucking song for him, but I heard he was great.
But you
at
would
what he
have if
did.
they'd
You
have
feel me?
played a song when that man died.
No,
and they
I could have
didn't.
fucking. No, because guess
You
what?
would
I
have
wasn't
known if they
listening
would
to
have
the
been all
motherfucking
over the
radio.
place. Like, yo, this guy was great. Like Fred the Godson. Fred the Godson is a fat, dope motherfucker. You feel me? But he's
started
not
that off with
backpack. Like
Then they
Talib
never
Kweli.
played Fred either. They still ain't played Fred when he passed.
Fred had a lot of
But
writing
this
on the
guy was
low.
like, Biggie or Kiss out of that
But
vein.
niggas
Like,
fell. Why niggas acting like, yo, you can't blame that on that. Niggas fell with their choice. So, all right, Talib Kweli, we could say Talib Kweli is on some old conscious shit, this, that, and other. Let's stop acting like, and that's what I was saying earlier when y'all niggas went off. Let's stop acting like Talib Kweli didn't have the option or didn't have a go at fame, successful, on top type fame. It just didn't work. He had the biggest things. Dave Chappelle show. They was running with Dave Chappelle at that time. That was the biggest fucking show on TV at that time. You got motherfucking Kanye West pushing you. That's the biggest artist at that time. Keep in mind, we started talking about Jay. At that time, Kanye was bigger than Jay. You feel me? So we got Kanye West, Dave Chappelle, Most Def in like fucking 2-3 movies at the time. This nigga had a shot at mainstream, and keep in mind, he's one of my favorites too. It's another nigga that had a shot at mainstream. My nigga AZ. AZ is one of the greatest. AZ is in my top 5.
Let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question. This is
don't
part
act
of
like these
this,
niggas. No, what I'm saying though, DB,
point, though.
Let's not act like these niggas chose to go under. Let's not act like these niggas chose to be fucking.
But listen, you just named off
these
10 people from our era. From our era, underground rappers became successful. Look at Common Sense. He was the one that I used to be like Common Sense. Then I went 5 mil. Common is a successful actor. You know what I'm saying? Who else besides J. Cole and Griselda Records? You got 3 people in the last 12 years. J. Cole came out in 2008, 2009. We had 30 examples. These people that you're naming are people from our era. Name someone from these kids' era. My daughter.
You gotta have one of these
12.
fucking kids on there. You got niggas like Travis Scott. You got niggas. What's the nigga that do the
I ain't gonna
Dorito?
call him trash.
Trash, whatever. I don't even know a fucking song from him. What's the nigga that do the Dorito commercial? That got the song with Weezy. What the fuck is the nigga name? Do the Dorito commercial. He one of them little corny ass niggas. You feel me? They're out here. We just don't know because we old and we sitting here with gray in our fucking beard. What I'm saying is,
y'all said we ain't corny ass niggas.
One of them corny ass niggas. Yo, real shit. But what I'm saying is, it exists. It's if anything, we had our shit, right? We had our run. But let's keep in mind, we come from an era where you had to fucking sell dope or have a dope dealer fucking pushing you to actually even fucking get to record music. Now these niggas recording music in their bedroom. You got little Johnny sitting in his fucking bedroom. Shout out your nigga on your hoodie. What's the white boy on your hoodie? What's
Shout
his
out
name?
Scrap right here. S lowercase rap. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I don't know who the fuck Scrap is.
Very dope.
I don't know who he is, but what I'm saying is niggas is out here now. But you don't have to actually be big no more. You don't have to do that if you're trying to get money.
But
this question was simply to say,
let's go back to the conversation. Let's go back to the topic of the conversation on the Cards Face Up. Shout to Cards Face Up, all digital streaming platforms. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to the conversation. I can rhyme like Talib Kweli, but what Jay-Z basically saying is I can rhyme lyrical miracle, book pack rap, but I went 5 mil. I went 5 mil rhyming this way. I haven't been rhyming like Common Sense. Now these young guys now fast forward to what you just said. They can make something in their grandmother pantry. You feel me? And push the button and get it worldwide. But they're not going to get on a Spotify playlist. They're not going to get on a spot. There's no video stream. There's no video, nothing no more. So they're not going to get on YouTube's algorithm. But back in the day, you had a chance of getting on BET. BET Rap City played a diverse section, even though maybe 70% might have been gangster rap, but 30% you was able to see that stuff. The video music box. You might sit and watch it for an hour and a half until the Fugees came on. You see what I'm saying? Now also, you don't have that programming. You don't have the people that are programming the content. Don't have that. They're not. It's not a fair shot. Like, okay, even if we only get 3 slots and all the gangster rappers and all the coons and buffoonery get 7 slots, at least the kids can see. You can rap like Silk the Shocker, or you can rap like Talib Kweli. All in one Rap City episode though. Now it's not programmed. So the kids, you're a kid. You gonna go to what you at 9 years old. If you had a choice to go to Luke video or Public Enemy video, which one are you going to look at? on demand.
No, all three of us, we got
I'm gonna look at Luke video all day. Pop,
we got
that pussy.
three
pop,
niggas.
pop that pussy.
We got three niggas on here. I'm gonna be 100.
I'm 9 years old. I don't know about
But
that
it's
shit.
three niggas on here who all probably went to different shit. Motherfucking fucking Rob probably went over somewhere. I went one way and you went one way. I'ma tell you, I ain't never been big on Luke music or videos. You feel me? So it's
maybe
all
the
dependent
videos,
upon
not the music.
I'm talking about as a kid.
I've never
I'm
really
talking about
watched.
a 9-year-old kid. I'm not talking about right now whenever it came
At
out.
9 years old, I wasn't worried about that shit. Certain things I was worried
raised.
about.
You was raised right then. You was raised right.
Nah, no, I was fucking with this. That's ass. The fucking like I was fucking with rappers.
Video. Oh no, he go tie shit.
Hell no.
Oh no.
Call it what you want. So 9 years old, we thinking about Ty Hill at 9 years old. So that's this is 93.
If you had
this is 93. 93. I'm gonna tell you what I. Yeah, but 93. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing in 93. In 93, what do we have popping? We got Juice popping real heavy. I'm loving Juice. I'm loving Pop.
Luke is 1990, yo. Yo, I
nigga,
bought
you said
Luke
9
tape
years
off of
old.
Greenmount Avenue.
1990, I was
the
6,
tape back,
nigga.
yo. My mother,
I was
listen,
6. Was
I
I even
Luke
fucking
tape.
hoe? Was I even fucking
Luke
holding
tape
the?
off of Greenmount. Listen, bro.
Nigga,
Listen real quick story.
I wasn't holding the remote at 6 to fucking go to the box, nigga. Like this, I'm 6, my nigga.
Listen. I'm ready to tell you a story. I'm gonna tell you 2 quick stories, yo. I bought the Luke tape off of Greenmount Avenue, yo. My mother made me take it back to the tape man, yo. Cause it had, you feel me? I was playing that shit in the other room. I went around drinking Cisco.
How old was you in 1990, nigga?
My grandmother had cable. We ain't even had cable. So when I went over
how old was you, GB?
I had to wait till my grandmother go to sleep, and I watched the box. You feel me? Like
making that shit.
That Luke shit was a different.
GB, how old was you in 90?
In 1990, I was 7 years old in 1990,
nigga,
brother.
Fuck raised right. You had problems, nigga. You should have went to counseling.
I'm older than all y'all niggas.
The fuck was you doing at 7 years old wanting to watch pussy and ass and shit? Luke era is not my era. It's not my era. Nigga, I wanted to, yo, we
talking about Ty. That is your era. That is your era. Chill. That is your era.
6 years old is my fucking era?
Nigga, you know what 6-year-olds doing now with all this technology?
Nigga, I didn't have technology in 1990. What is you talking? We talking about my era, not my son's era.
All right, so what I'm saying is,
my son just now got on punishment. My son just now got on punishment for watching. We fucking came in the room and this nigga got, his nigga watching Chinese fucking porn. You feel me? It's totally fucking different.
I rest my case.
I didn't have access to that, nigga.
Saturday morning
you still gonna find ways to get in trouble.
I didn't have access to that in 96. I didn't give a fuck about. Look. Hold on. We gonna go into it. But I gotta take a minute to shout out one of my sponsors. I gotta take a minute to shout out one of my sponsors. You feel me? 5o'clockco.com. Make sure y'all go there and get all of your beard care products. You feel me? 5o'clockco.com. He has 3 different scents for the beard oils. There's niggas out there like Rod is struggling on that shit. You feel me? And there's niggas out there that, like me that just look pretty with this shit. Either way, wherever you fall at with this shit, make sure you go to 5o'clockco.com. He has right now 20% off on all orders over $60. So y'all make sure y'all go to that site. Also, you can follow the homie on all types of platforms from Instagram, Facebook, all of those things. He's on all of them. Talk to him. He has curbside pickup. Y'all need to get with him. FIVOCLOCKCO.com. 100% organic. Get with him. Now back to y'all niggas. Listen.
That was a perfectly placed ad though, because you got all 3 of us from the big gang, right?
Yeah. And my shit just look.
Yo, I want to shout out my sponsor. Yo, you don't know how hard it is. Listen, yo, you don't know how hard it is for me to hold it back. This is a real podcast nigga moment. Cause I'm sitting right here. I'm like, yo, I want to. You feel me? Like that should make you a motherfucking fuck nigga for real.
Look, we gonna let you shout out your sponsor for coming on. So they owe you for that shit. Go ahead.
Yo, listen, listen. Shout out to your sponsor. We don't want to do that for real, but let's have a product.
I was gonna clip your shit out.
Sponsor against my sponsor. No, let's go. Your bid sponsor, because I'm getting my shit together. You feel me?
Your bid sponsor ain't. That's why I was able to let you go. Your bid sponsor ain't fucking with my bid sponsor.
Listen,
your shit don't look this pretty.
Yo, fuck that shit then.
Your shit don't look this pretty.
.com. Listen, PeRomaEssentials.com. PERMA Essentials.com. And guess what I'm gonna do for you? 50% off. All products, yo, put in promo code
Listen,
WRF Radio, and then go grab
listen.
one of the Tide sponsors joint and put a hashtag
Make
pause
sure
face up.
y'all get both of
Bed
that
face.
shit. Make sure you get both of
Ryan,
that stuff.
Ryan, you gonna be the neutral. Matter of fact, Ryan gonna be the neutral, yo. That's what we
Whoever
gonna
can
do.
get that little
Ryan,
shit to
I'm
grow
gonna send
that
you some
Ryan got on
Perona
his face.
essentials. I'm gonna send you some on the arm.
Hey,
Can
yo,
you send
y'all,
Ryan some products right now for your
Whoever can
sponsor?
get that
Can
little
you send products? Can you send that man some sponsor? Send that man some
whoever
products.
Hey,
can
yo.
get that little shit to grow on Ryan face is the winner. And I'm guaranteed it's gonna be
y'all
5 o'clock.
killing me, yo.
CO.
Hold
I
up, yo.
fuck with him. Listen, I got a question
y'all
for you because now
killing
we
me,
was
yo.
going into some shit. Listen, we was going into some shit. 3 eras of hip hop. Ryan, you go. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, you started last time. DB, 3 eras of hip hop that meant something to you. Start.
Hold on, you ain't start with me.
I started last time. I started last time.
Oh,
Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead. I
I've been
started last
drinking.
time.
All
It's
right.
all good.
Ryan, you first.
And send that man some products from your beer sponsor too. Don't try to breeze past that.
Hey,
Go ahead,
yo.
Ryan.
Y'all chill
Go ahead.
on me, yo. All right. 3 generations. First, I gotta say the 80s because it's like when it comes to the 80s, it wasn't like musically sound like it is nowadays or the 90s, but I think 80s is more important because you had that black power movement, especially in the late 80s. We needed that, especially for the how black people was living in those eras before we was born. You know, they'd all the children from the 60s and the 70s that actually made it feel good to be black in the late 80s, early 90s. Now, I say the 90s, musically, lyrically was the best, but when it came to content, it erased everything rappers from the 80s did. It kind of like we, instead of us being activists and community organizers, bad speech impediment, you know what I mean? It turned us into gangsters, turned us into drug users, hoes, and all that. So the 90s is what killed everything we built in the 80s. In the 2000s, to be honest with you, the early 2000s is more of a free period. It's like, I don't want to be a gangster, but I don't want to be soft either. I'm just gonna have fun, just party. So like the 2000s is like, in the early 2000s, I think it was more of a neutral side. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna just be whoever, and that opened up the door for these type of rappers we have now in the 10s and the 20s, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, that's a very good, valid points, my brother.
I like that. So your last one was the last one was the 2000s, right?
Yeah, early 2000s.
Early 2000s. All right, GB, your turn.
I'm gonna go with cliche right here first, but I'm gonna have to take it back to the 70s. You know what I'm saying? I really wish I lived in the 70s. If it was one decade I wish I could have lived in, besides the decades I've lived in, it would have been the 70s. I'd have liked to have been a young adult. You know, us as minorities had really just started getting a little bit of freedom, and that's right when they hit us with black exploitation. You see what I'm saying? That's right when they hit us with those. You know what I'm saying? But it's been around that. You know what I mean? That buffoonery and that mass marketing. But to make a long story short, the 70s was the illest because that's when it was underground, similar to, you know, what battle rap is going through now. So I actually see it getting mainstreamed and commercialized with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to professionalbattlerap.com. So I feel like that's how they probably felt in the 70s when it was raw, it was underground, like how Clubhouse is. You need an invite, it's word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you don't know, yo, they having a party out here when the DJ come out. You know, it was a new technology. You know, it was a new tech. They learned how to finesse the equipment. You know what I'm saying? From an engineering standpoint, that's scientific right there. That's real ill. The sound. And then the dancing. It's the break dancing comes from the break beats. That's what a lot of people don't realize. They just know, oh yeah, I'm break dancing. These kids these days, you ask my, you know, if I ask my kids right now, what, you know, you ever heard of the word break dancing? Yeah, I heard of that. You know what it is? Do you know where it comes from? No, I don't. It comes from the break beat, break dancing. You see what I'm saying? Then pop locking was another form, subgenre. The graffiti, the art. You feel me? So it was a mix of everything in the 70s.
All those were the elements of hip hop.
Yeah, the elements, and then it became rap.
I taught those to my children.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So the DJs was the first stars, you know what I'm saying? So the 70s was ill, you know what I'm saying?
DJing is actually one of the elements of hip hop.
That's the first element. The DJ was the star. The MC came from the DJ. Because I'm gonna say I'm a DJ and Rod Stanton's a DJ. I'm DJing right here in West Baltimore. He DJing in East Baltimore. Now it comes, okay, I like Greg, no, I like Rob. Now, whoever my host is, yo, coming up, yo, DJ GB right here, bro. Now, Rod gonna have a host. Oh, he got a host now that enhanced his show. Let me grab a host. That's what the MC is, a master of ceremonies. You just, hey, yo, introducing coming up now is Grandmaster Flash. You just introduce a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? But then it became who got the best, you had DJ battles, but who's a better MC? Is my MC better, Mike Bugsy, or is Rod Stanton's MC, Ty Gutter better? You see what I'm saying? So that's when it became the battle. Shout to Busy B, yo. Baltimore, New York legend, but a Baltimore subplant. Shout to Busy B. You know, one of the coolest people ever, and I've had a chance to meet yo. He introduced me to Big Daddy Kane. But so we just gave y'all a brief history of hip hop. So the 70s, I'm gonna speed it up. Don't my fault, but the 70s was that shit that I wish I was in. The 80s, I love the 80s. I didn't really experience the 80s firsthand. My first recollection of hip hop is Biz Markie. I was in second grade. Oh baby, you got what I need. Because they were singing it in school, but they switched the words up. Remember, you got a disease, but you say it's just a
I
rash,
remember that.
and it's crawling up your ass. Oh, so that as
I
a
ain't hear
kid,
that
like, this is
version,
ignorant,
but yeah.
funny. And then I heard the real song, like, and I Biz Markie, and then that's when I on the box. You feel me? That's when I, like I said, that's how I stumbled across the loop. You feel what I'm saying? In the midst of watching rap videos, but Biz Markie was so I missed the whole 80s. Now, if I go back, I love the 80s, but I didn't really experience it. The 90s was 90s. I lived that shit, B. Like, I lived it. You know what I mean? Self-explanatory. We all lived it. I ain't gotta go long with that. And for my third one, I would have to say,
Nigga, that's three
I had to say
already.
now. I had to say now, yo. Baltimore niggas going gold. Shout out to Shorty. You can get hip hop from anywhere, all over the world with 2 clicks. If I want to hear Japanese hip hop, I go right on YouTube right now. If I want to go to motherfucking Antarctica hip hop, there's probably some niggas over there stationed on military bases still dropping shit. If I want to hear niggas locked up doing hip hop, if I want to hear white bitches doing hip hop, I want to hear midgets doing hip hop. So now would be my third answer. You know what I'm saying? No offense to midgets though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, your shit was funny as shit. Nigga said, bitches in Antarctica.
Let's
No
Google it
shit,
right now.
midgets.
Let's do a fact check. You feel me? That's the beauty of hip hop now, man.
No,
Everywhere
nigga,
it's like
I know that
Christianity.
I know that they exist. I know that it exists, but in my head, all I see is fucking big coats and niggas shivering on the mic. But anyway, I know that there's bars out there.
Them
All right,
niggas
so let me
cold
go
on the
through mine.
mic.
Yo, niggas, ice cold. If you spit hot shit in Antarctica, you the truth, nigga. Any shit that you spit in Antarctica that's hot, you the truth. But listen, all right, I'm gonna start mine, right? Because niggas like GB tried to put me in the fucking 1989 category with Luke and shit. My first remembering.
Yo, you trying to make me seem like my upbringing wasn't good neither because I was exposed to Luke. Yo,
I don't know the fuck being exposed,
like,
nigga.
Yo,
Somebody left you alone. Somebody left you. Fuck the upbringing. Somebody left you alone too many times, nigga. Because I wasn't sick trying to get my dick hard.
Listen.
I don't know. Maybe that's why I was a hoe when I was so young. You feel me? Y'all niggas different. But anyway, my first shit, right, was it came on, and I remember this shit. This back in and that's also probably the difference too. Like I said, I was a Fox fan, I was a Juice fan, shit like that. But it also from the 80s, my 80s history of music is R&B. So I loved R&B. So, you know, I thought I was a singer at least till I was 8, 9 years old. You feel me? Nigga had to tell me different. Nigga performing in front of my drunk ass father and his uncles, man, and his friends and shit. You feel me, nigga? I was the shit. You could not tell me I wasn't another bad creation. Shout out to my nigga Red, who always showed me nothing but love and shit. You feel me? That's my nigga. Shout out to another. Them niggas still doing their thing. But shout out to my nigga Red, who been showing me love for years now. You feel me? And every time I talk to that nigga, I be like, man, he don't know. I thought I was him. So I was at least 9, 10 years old. You could not tell me different. So anyway, my first shit came on a box that I was really in love with. It's the Thuggish Rugged Moon. That shit was like 94, 90, you feel me? So what that put me at, like 10? And from that point on, get ready with it. Like, them niggas was killing shit. So then at that time, you feel me, from 94, so that's going to be my first era. 94, 95, 96, 97. Because you had everything happen in that era. You had fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony. My first hip-hop tape ever was motherfucking Liquid Swords and shit. So that's around that same time. You dig what I'm saying? So You had that. You had the Wu coming back with the Triumph came out, what, 97, 98? You had that shit. You had you had Big and Pac, Def. You had AZ. You had motherfucking Nas. It was so much. So that's my first era of motherfucking hip hop of loving. Like that era was fucking incredible. You even had fucking Master P drop during that time. Like everything happened during that time. So I'm gonna get that bridge from 94 to 98. That's my shit. Noriega. Everybody was dropping. CNN dropped during that time. Everything was during that time.
That was a chunky era. That's a chunk. That might be the hardest 4 years ever in history, yo.
That's the greatest 4 years that ever existed, yo. I wish that era I was a little bit older. During that era, I wish I was a little bit older because during that time, I remember going to the record shops, you feel me, passing out flyers just to get free fucking single tapes, not knowing I was so young. These niggas was getting a single tape for free. They got me working to get a single tape and shit. Anyway, that's another story, but whatever. So that era was wonderful. Then we got to move it up to the motherfucking fuck Jay-Z. Who? That era right there, the whole fucking Jay-Z versus Nas, the Jay. I think that's what 2000 to fucking 03. So you got
2001, I think. Yeah, 2001.
Yeah, so you got the Jay-Z versus Nas. You got the Siegel versus Kiss. You got the what was it? I State Property versus D Block, G Unit. Man, that shit was fucking incredible. But in the midst of that, you got my nigga Ja Rule. Where would I be without you? Like everything. And I know Vinny Vetti
I was not expecting that, yo. I was not
was 99. Keep in mind, think about how I started. My original love of hip hop was
That's why you were so tuned into that versus the other day. You was waiting to see your man pop
up. Man, nigga, I knew she was gonna win. There's no way possible you can lose with Ja Rule on your side.
Hey, hold up, yo. I'm a Ja fan, yo. Chill on Ja, yo.
Ja was a fucking master.
I'm a Ja fan too. We can have a discussion about that.
Ja is the creator. Ja is the creator of a lot of shit we hear today, but he wasn't he wasn't real enough. He didn't keep the real appeal long enough to make niggas be able to say that. So that's my second one.
Well, can I play devil's advocate real quick?
Hold up, nigga. I gotta get through my shit. Hold up.
No, on the Ja shit though, he was a knockoff DMX at first though. Until he grew into his own embryo and fetus, he was a motherfucking DMX.
Can we say that? Can we say that if they also started together? So I know X started his shit because if we listen to the ABC song from X, niggas know DMX is top fucking 3 to me, the greatest, one of the greatest of all. I got a lot of greats. You're gonna hear me say that.
So you say he might have stole some shit from Ja and just came out with it first?
No, they both fucking. I'm not gonna take steal. They both, keep in mind, they both is their voices. That's their voices, even on the talking level. You feel me? I sat down and talked to DMX. That's your voice. We've all heard DMX. I'm a Ja Rule talk. That's his voice. You feel me? Ja had to switch his shit because they dropped, but we can't forget Murder Inc. was originally what? Murder Inc. Remember that was all off of that same shit. It was fucking Ja Rule, Jay-Z, and fucking DMX. That was all off of that original what was it? Streets of Boston shit. So them niggas been cool. Them niggas been knew each other. You feel me? Ja and X was cool at that time. So they had a lot of similarities, but I don't think they stole from neither one of them. I think their appeal was just a lot of the same. You feel me? But whatever. All right.
So
that's one shit.
Okay. Sustained.
That's one shit. And the beast during that time was fucking magnificent, boy. That was the mixtape. Boy, we got Green Lantern, DJ Clue, Funkmaster Flex.
The mixtape era.
Mixtape era was fucking
the mixtape era was
the greatest to exist in the fucking life with music.
The Bad Boy mixtape was like gold, yo. The Bad Boy mixtape back in the day.
Listen,
shit was like
we
gold
got that shit, and then my last one has to be 07, 08, which is when I first heard J. Cole, Drake. I had that mixtape. No, it had to be 09. I'm sorry. 09, I had that mixtape, you feel me? And I think Drake only song at that time was like the original Successful with fucking Trey Songz. And at this time, I'm like, oh man, Trey jumping again. I remember Tremaine from fucking Morgan State. I remember DJ Radio. Like, it was a lot of shit. So we gave that nigga props. And I remember moving at that time, and I'm giving niggas like, yo, Shorty gonna be the future. Not knowing that he really was gonna be the future. But I also thought that fucking J. Cole and all them was gonna be like way bigger than what they are now, even though they're giants and shit. But they, what's the name? Like, So all right, so we got to give it. I give it that 09, 010 shit when the music totally flipped. Everything flipped. It was about catchy. It was about and I know we had our shit in '07. You know, you got your Soldier Boy, Big
Well,
Bro, shit
Kanye
like
kind of
that.
paved the way for that. You know what I mean? For motherfuckers to be able to be more expressive and be their self and not look
Be
at
their
as
self.
cornballs.
Be
So
their self.
that whole because that and Kanye was the undertone to like both of those genres that you mentioned, like
So my
2000,
shit.
2004. You had all that G Unit and all that, but College Dropout still came out, and that from there, you know what I'm saying, allowed
So
the
my
Drakes
shit
and the
was
J Cole's
literally.
to come out.
That's what it was. That's what it was, GB. It's 94, 97. Well, 94, 98. I mean 4 years back. Then we 2000 to 2004, and then we fucking 2010 to whatever the fuck today is. Cause today I still be knocking niggas. Like I talk shit about the weak ass niggas, shit like that, corny ass niggas. A lot of this corny shit be having me going. Like I like some of this shit today. So
it's got the elements of hip hop. It's partying. You feel me? But here's the thing.
These
the
niggas
other
know
part
music
to
a little
mention.
bit. What I'm gonna say, these niggas know music a little bit more widely than we knew it in our older era. The older eras, we knew rap. Man, these niggas, you could tell they study. You could tell a lot of these niggas is writing different genres of music. That's how you could tell that they study. Back then, you had most of the artists, you feel me? You ain't find out Tupac was writing no R&B songs. You ain't find out, even though this nigga was a genius on writing and shit like that, but they wasn't reaching into those upper genres. Nowadays, these hip hop artists are selling as hip hop artists. These niggas are selling records for being writers inside other genres of music. So they know that shit a little bit different. And these niggas barely fucking spitting 16s now. These niggas is literally winning off of melody.
Yeah.
It's
the access to the
world.
information. It's the access to the information. We didn't have it back then. When we learned, we studied a specific craft. Oh, I'm gonna make beats. I'm gonna make hip hop beats. You probably learned from a guy, or you was able to, you know, be around somebody or get equipment. You know, if you was lucky enough to afford your own equipment and experiment on it. Now you got access to all kinds of information. You can sit right at home. If you're a producer right now, it's crazy the sounds you can come up with. You feel me? If you're an MC, it's crazy the hip hop that you've been access to. Before you even became a rapper, you probably heard so many different kinds of music. You heard the Young Thug, you heard the Future, you heard the J. Cole, you heard the Kanye. So now you're like, oh man, I can take it where it was though. Back in our day, you had, like you say, you had to keep it gangster. Like you even had to choose, you really had to choose a lane. Now with Drake can be whatever he want when he wake up. He can say, I can be a gangster. One? I'm sick of these niggas. You feel me? He can have a song Mob Ties and shit like that, and then come back with Kiki, all on the same joint. You know what I mean? So it's like you didn't have those options. Back in the day, niggas would have, if Tupac would have came out with some Kiki, do you love me? Niggas were like, what the fuck is up with
you
right? Hey, Greg, it's crazy you say that because you make a good valid point. With people opening up what you say, like they hold, like it's pretty much it's no holds on anything. You can be yourself, express yourself. Not just they've shown that in the lyrics, they also shown that in fashion. If you really pay attention, a lot of these mainstream rappers, they be wearing like fingernail polish now. Yeah, I mean, they be wearing like women's clothes. They be like,
and that's another conversation we was having about, is it punk subgenres right now? Like, look at rock and roll. Rock and roll first came out was Chubby Checker and them, do the twist, and then it came to Ozzy Osbourne biting heads off of bats. It's the same thing with hip hop. Hip hop came out. Hip hop sets out in the park. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, and 1, 2. Now these niggas got fingernail polish and pink hair. So it's like this, we in the punk rap. It's like punk rap. Like we had trap rap, like Jeezy, and then was trap rap. Jeezy, T.I.
Yeah, but
Usher that in.
Then GB, we got the whole. Then we got the whole aspect of what is rap supposed to be. Because then we got to drop it back to the original shit that was an expression of the streets, right? It was an expression of poverty neighborhoods. It was an expression of, you know, people in the slums, things of that sort. So
now it's expression of itself. Now it's expression.
Yeah, it's just it's moved up now. You feel me? So niggas is able to be their fucking self. I can't say. So my question to you guys, right? Is that bad or good? Is being able to express yourself bad or good? Would you like it to prefer? I mean, would you prefer that everybody stayed back into, let's say, 2001, 2005 under? Or
you gotta
are you
have
more
a
of a
balance.
fan of?
You gotta have a balance because I remember when Eminem was doing it, nobody respected him.
Does the balance still exist?
Oh no, absolutely not. I mean, not on the mainstream level. You can still
because GB talked about how back in the 90s, niggas had to stick to the hood shit, kind of. You know what I'm
No,
saying? Like,
I think
had
So
to
it's
stick
one
to
lane,
that.
you had to stick with
Now,
one or the other for.
yeah, so now you kind of got to make a choice. Are you going to stay underground or you going to, you feel me? Lil Uzi Vert
and
is
you're
one
right.
of the
You're right.
motherfucking biggest artists that I've seen. And I've listened to his music. Yo on that new song, Corvette. You got gangster niggas in the motherfucking, doing motherfucking Corvette bunny hops and shit. Like, that shit is amazing to me.
The
I've
game is
never thought,
fucked up, man.
I've
Niggas
never
doing
thought I would
Corvette
see
bunny
it.
hops, God.
Yo, niggas doing Corvette bunny hops. I didn't, and
I'm
and
done,
nobody
man.
has even said that this
What
shit
would
was
the
a
kids
bunny
say,
hop. But
yo?
every time I
It's the
see it,
Corvette bunny hops for me. It's the
man,
Corvette bunny hops for me. You feel me?
yo, but
Like,
real
I'm
shit.
done.
So now it's like,
The fuck?
it's now you gotta either choose to be underground or you gotta be willing to go
Now
that
here's the
route.
thing, though, right? Here's the thing. So we talking about punk rap, emo rap is the actual genre, is what they call it, but it's really like punk rock back in the day. Emo rap, right? Now here's the thing. It's good to have emo rap as a selection. Just like back in the day, you had grunge music, oh, the Nirvana in them, but you had heavy metal. You might want, man, I don't like that grunge shit. I like, so it's good to have a selection. But here's the problem with these Spotify playlists and Ebro with the Apple playlist is it might be dominated by the Lil Uzi Vert, the XXX and Tachyon, which I was a fan of, the Juice World, which was a fake XXX and Tachyon. That's another story. Put that on the docket. Whatever. All these little niggas, they might have some shit, and it's good for my kids to hear that. Oh, I can express myself, but they also need to hear the other flavors. You know what I'm saying? Besides, right now, as far as gangster rap, that's like a movie. If you go watch a movie, I could watch Casino, or I could watch Sleepless in Seattle, right? It's a theatrical, but it shows you, it teaches you about life. You can listen to Biggie and learn some real shit not to do. It's all a choice. Like you had two brothers that's raised by the same mother and father, one be a gangster and a murderer, and one be a blue collar great citizen from that experience. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with the emo rap. If like you turn on the radio now, if you go to a playlist, that emo punk rap or experimental rap or whatever the shit it is, right? It dominates the playlist. And it goes back to the Talib Kweli conversation. So now, if you a kid, you think that's all you supposed to be or all you supposed to think like. You feel me? It's good to bring those emotions out of the youth and out of everybody. Oh yeah, yo, I'm fucked up. My mother ain't hugging me neither. Damn. But what about those puffy emotions? Like, oh, I want to be the best. I want to throw my rollie in the sky. What about the motherfucking J. Rue the Damager thing when he wrote a song about trying to save hip hop from that type of shit? And you had access to get that shit because all those ads would be in one book, one Source magazine. You might see Scarface or Tupac ad and flip it over and see a Pharoah Monch or a motherfucking, what's the name? You know what I'm saying? So the programming, that's where the conversation come in from the whole original question, the Talib Kweli, and I think we can draw a thread through everything we've been talking about is the programming. Now everybody has free will. Rod Stanton right now can give me a list of 5 niggas to listen to. GB, go listen to them. I can get off of here and say, all right, I'm gonna get back to it and go listen to Project Pat, listen to what I want to listen to, and just might forget about his list. Like we talked, shout out to the guy Wild One. When I interviewed him a while back, he gave me a list of some dope people, and I didn't even get to listen to all of them, but I got to listen to some of them. And it's sad that I got to get my programming from somebody that I interviewed 9 months ago, as opposed to I can't turn on $1 million worth of game, no shot at them, or Drink Champ, the top premier sites. Now, these are our rap cities now. You know that. The breakfast clubs are our rap cities now. Now, on Rap City, you will see other people, already by nature, and you'll see them alongside of whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving an example here.
GB, that's what
now the top program. So now they program and think that's all. That's it. That's where you are gonna get your money at. So they gonna make that music.
What's the name? That shows the diversity. That shows the smash on how many artists it is today. Like, you feel me? You stated earlier about it wasn't a lot, this, that, and another, and that was one of the biggest questions. But no, yo, can you imagine a platform? And I ain't gonna say none of these other motherfucking podcasts because my shit better than y'all. Nah, but I ain't gonna say none of these other motherfucking podcast platforms. But reality, can you imagine what they're being smashed with? You feel me? This is a new podcast. We 29 episodes in, and I'm getting smashed with a bunch of different artists every day. I'm getting smashed with a bunch of niggas telling me their music great. I turn down at least fucking 10 songs a day of music I don't think is dope. Personally, it means nothing to the artist because I think this now we're in such in a world that you can be yourself. I just don't fucking have to like you.
But here's the thing,
You
though.
feel me? So
I'm not disputing that there's not. I didn't never said there wasn't anyone doing it. I said there's no one programming us to think there is. There's no one
all right,
telling
so
me.
I
That's
got a
why
question.
the first thing I
I got a
started off is
question
I
for
said I
y'all.
don't want to hear about J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. Tell me after them. They've been
I
out
got
for
a
10
question for
years
y'all.
now. Tell me who's the dopest underground people besides Griselda. If you can name somebody out here, this would be groundbreaking to your listeners right now.
Joey Badass, one of them.
Now
Joey Badass been out a lot of years.
That's not a household name. That's not a household name.
Not,
and he dated one of Barack Obama's daughters, and that's still not a household name. If I go and ask my daughters right now, who is Joey Badass? You know what I'm saying? He's not who has been a household name besides Griselda, Kendrick, J. Cole?
Fuck that, because I think that's what makes it so dope is niggas is able to not be household names and still get their money up, whereas during the 90s, they couldn't even get their money up unless they was household names. So nowadays, you have so many different situations. You feel me? Even when I was teaching
that's a good point. That's a very good point, though. That's a very good point.
These little young students used to tell me niggas like YBS Scholar. And I'm talking, I haven't taught since 2015. And these names is big now in our local scene. YBS Scholar. Schooler. I know Schooler died and shit, but you feel me? They was naming these niggas before I knew who they was. Moose, this, that, and another. They was fucking with these artists before I knew who they was. So now you're able to get your bread up without motherfucking being.
That's a very good point, man.
You able to get your bread up without even being mainstream. So it's like, damn, I get to get my bread up, and I ain't got bitch and complain like motherfucking.
That's gangster.
Yeah, I ain't got bitch and complain like Eminem of. I am everything you said. I am like like what? I'm sorry, I said the wrong song. But what was the Eminem song when he said I can't even take a piss without And this was what they were bitching about.
Song.
Oh, that is the thing. Damn, I'm listening. Like I said, why I am. I was like, this don't sound like the one. Anyway, so look, I got a question for y'all niggas, right?
Can we talk about how Eminem fell off, ever since he stopped getting high?
Eminem fell off because Eminem was never fucking that. Man, niggas gave Eminem a white pass, man. Stop that shit.
At one time,
one time Eminem was dope. Eminem was real dope.
Eminem never had no fucking playback value.
Eminem was a
and I'm a fucking
human being on a microphone.
I like Eminem. I like Eminem. Eminem never had no fucking playback value. You niggas ain't never get in the car.
Eminem
you niggas ain't never get in the car.
Very dangerous.
The hardest verse Eminem ever spit that had playback value was, since I'm in a position to talk to these kids and they listen, I ain't no politician, but I kick it with them a minute, and if it fits, I wear it, and if it doesn't, that's the hardest.
You citing the lyrics.
That's the nigga, I'm an Eminem fan. This is what you forget. See, all right, I'm 100 with my music like. I like Eminem, but here it is. We got to talk about truth and factual shit for the fans. We got to talk about truthful and factual shit for the listeners. Eminem has never possessed any type of playback value, ever.
And one white, is he top 30 if he wasn't white? If he's top 30, is he top 30 if he wasn't white?
Don't stand there. Don't stand there. Let's operate.
That shit was dangerous, though. That motherfucker.
No, the fuck it wasn't. Y'all niggas was watching. Now this is what the fuck y'all forgot.
Bad intention shit, yo. When the motherfucker was like,
I remember when they did the kids shit. That shit was
fucking.
Mr. Dr. Dre, Mr. NWA, Mr. Don't Stand There.
He was dangerous for a second, but
no, he wasn't. He was just spitting a lot of lyrics.
Is he nice in the Red Man? Is he nice in the Red Man?
No. Red Man gave you everything. He gave you the hood shit. He gave you stories. He gave you all that shit. Nigga, think about this shit. Listen to me. We're talking about hip hop. Hip hop geared towards, I don't care what the fuck y'all want to say, it's geared towards black kids, right? That's what it was originally. That's what it was, right? All right. Nigga, we ain't know what the fuck Munchausen syndrome was until fucking Eminem came out.
Okay, hey,
we ain't know none of that shit.
Hey, all right, can I say this though?
Hey, yo,
listen.
That's funny as shit, yo.
Have you ever met a nigga who mama was giving them pills when he wasn't sick, right?
That's what, yo. If you break this interview down in the country, we didn't know. If you break it down to the Eminem discussion, no, we didn't know what whatever syndrome was till Eminem came out. That's the clear.
I can't even say the fucking word right. Munchausen. How the fuck you say the word?
You need to munch on something. Then a child need to munch. I ain't got a bag of Muncho syndrome.
Yo, niggas was giving niggas pills. We don't. That's not our community, nigga. Now I'm not taking nothing from his community. I'm not taking nothing from his lyrical ability.
So basically, what you asking is, was Eminem a rambler?
My name is.
Who? I'm gonna sum it up right here, bro.
Came out. Hi. My name is Hi. Y'all Y'all niggas let him get away
Watch
with
this,
it because
though.
he was
Time
right.
out, though.
Stop it. He was right.
Time out, though. Eminem is a product of a genre that you talked about, which was 90. Let me finish real quick, please. 10 seconds. Eminem is a product of a genre that you talked about, which was 94 to 98, which when hip hop reached billions, multi-billions. So suburbs,
No, he's not.
who supports hip hop? Who to this day supports hip hop in America?
Eminem is not a part of that genre. Eminem is the
Caucasian
99.
suburban.
Eminem is
a
the
product.
99.
So now they're rapping themselves.
The
Now,
Slim
listen,
Shady Project was what, 99, 2000?
the reason why Eminem was able to fly is because the most of the people that
Nobody
buy the
bought that
music
shit,
was
nigga.
just
Stop
like
fucking
Eminem.
fronting.
They weren't like Eazy-E. They weren't like
Nobody bought
Eazy-E.
that shit before Eminem.
They watched
Nobody was
Eazy-E
buying
to see
what's
the
that shit?
hood.
It's the E
They
word.
loved
Eternal.
Eminem because they saw themselves. Listen to me.
No.
They watched
Who
Eazy-E
the
because
fuck
they loved
saw
the
themselves?
hood. They
Who the
watched
fuck
and
saw
loved
themselves
Eminem because they
Eminem?
saw a piece of them. Oh, I'm trailer trash myself. Oh, my mother don't, you know what I mean? A piece of shit
White
herself.
people.
Oh, my baby mother.
Nigga,
I
we
want to
didn't
kill
know
my
who the
baby mother
fuck Nine
myself.
Inch Nails was
I'm a regular
until this
nigga.
nigga said,
Nah,
you want me to stick 9 Inch Nails inside my eyelid? Nobody knew who the fuck that was. We
That's
would
what I'm
never
telling you.
know.
It's
No,
weird
keep
white
shit
niggas.
100.
Weird
Keep
white
100.
niggas saw a piece
Y'all
of
niggas is
themselves.
listening
Weird
to.
white
Y'all
niggas.
niggas lying. Y'all niggas lying because y'all don't want to be honest. Listen to me.
No, I know.
Niggas
I
is acting like, no, fuck that. Hold up, bro. Listen.
He's saying black people go through the same thing Eminem went
Whenever I
through.
speak, go ahead, bro.
No, they fuck they wasn't. No, they wasn't.
I had the
You're
same
lying.
conversation back in 98, 90.
You never had. Who the fuck was you hanging with? Who the fuck was you hanging with that said, yo, my mom makes me take pills when I'm not sick?
How
Who
you
the fuck was you hanging with? I was not hanging with no nigga. So what we gonna do right now? Because I can hear you now. This is what we gonna do. We gonna get into this fucking topic that this nigga Rod Staten is fucking talking about. Eminem was accepted. He was relatable in the fucking hood. So if you remember when Eminem came out in fucking 99, whatever the fuck, go ahead, Rod. Spit some of the whack ass lyrics that you was talking about that was relatable to any nigga that you grew up with.
First of all, reason why I say he was relatable.
No, nigga. Spit the fucking lyrics. You had 16. You had a 16. Spit the 16, Rod.
Listen, I ain't spit nobody whole 16. All I'm saying,
right, spit 5 bars out that motherfucker.
Hear me out. All I'm saying is he was relatable because in that time it was all about lyrics. That's what I'm saying. It ain't got nothing to do with him being white. It was about lyrics at that time.
No, it was about relatability at that time.
No, it was more like late 90s, more about lyrics. Remember, the early 90s
No,
was more like
it had to still be relatability, even if you're talking about fucking
then
atomically philosophies, and hypotheses can't define while I be dropping these mockeries. That shit was still fucking relatable to killing niggas and buffing heads and all of the street shit that them niggas was talking. What the fuck? Spit your 5 bars from Eminem, please.
Listen, no,
I need the niggas off camera. I need the niggas off camera, Rod. Stop, bro.
You ain't setting me up. I already know what you're gonna give you. Of course, whenever I say he's gonna ring bells from his raucous days. You know what I'm saying?
All right, spit him. Tell us why he was nice.
Listen, he ain't setting me up. All I'm saying is,
just tell us why he was nice, Rod.
Like I was telling you, we was on that little delay. I said the same thing you saying right now to an older dude I was talking to, and he was like, I'm saying, on the real, it's like you can't really say, you know what I mean, Eminem and this, and that, because he's talking about his mother and popping pills and this, and that. He was like, yo, that's his life. He was like, a lot of people go through that, even black people. And I'm like, you know what? He got a point. And this
old head made you believe that shit? This old head made you believe that shit?
I believe it, though.
That shit ain't true.
I believe it, though.
Come on, man.
As I got older, I realized what you were saying.
GB, take your shit off mute, yo. Let the homie talk, yo, and tell him if he know any nigga over the jail. Any nigga over the jail right now that's relating to fucking Eminem.
What you just say about Eminem, yo? I told him what we was talking about. Hey, Freeze, tell him what you just say about Eminem, yo. My man Freeze Leo from over the jail. Holla at him.
Eminem, like, I think, like, he's a scary person, you feel me? He one of them type of people you want to leave in the dark because you don't want him to come out the dark. Because, like, his pen game is made, you feel me, to his though, and he gonna take it where a lot of people ain't gonna take it. So you can talk about just him, he gonna talk about your dead folks, he gonna talk about your kids, he gonna talk about that. So he gonna take it somewhere where you ain't even ready. So that's
but we talking about not being nice. Because no nigga in this world can ever take his mic away from not being nice. Lyrically, Eminem is a genius. We talking about relatability. Have you ever met any nigga that said I relate to Eminem and that's playback value?
Oh no. Listen.
That is a loaded question. That was a loaded question, yo.
It wasn't, nigga. That was the original fucking question. It's no relatability.
It's like it was always the white crowd that really took the Eminem more than anything. Even
That's what I said.
Like, yo, nice. And we listen to your music. He always still had the white fan base.
Hey,
like,
Freeze. That's what I said. I said white people in suburban supported hip hop. They watched Eazy-E because they was fascinated by it. They loved Eminem because they saw a piece of themselves.
Real shit. Real shit, you gotta think. Yo, and this again is not like he just now said. This is not the fucking take away from Eminem. Eminem is a lyrical genius. But understand this. Eminem ain't never said no shit that was fucking relatable to anybody that I fucking grew up with.
Look what Rap
I've
said
never
earlier.
went-
All the rap niggas rap like Eminem now. They talk about their mother don't love them. They on drugs. They deep blind.
That wasn't even the beginning.
Like
It was within 99. All right. Before the first era of hip hop, you feel me, that we all said. We all 90s, 80s is the first era, whatever. I know I'm GB said 70s or whatever. But think about it. Until 2001, you couldn't even disrespect your mother if this shit was true.
Yeah.
These niggas that
That's what I was saying. All right, listen.
That's true. That's true. Niggas would have been like, yo, this nigga corny, he disrespecting his mother.
yeah, niggas couldn't say that shit.
That really made.
It took a white nigga, huh?
About, being popping a nigga. He ain't never talking about going around with a 30 clip or nothing like that. He was controversial. Yo was on there dissing your baby mother, talking about your mother. So it was controversy. So that's why black people was really tuning in.
Hey, Ty.
But it
Yo,
was
why
20.
Freeze got 9 songs
it,
dissing his baby mothers, yo?
Listen to me, because that's real shit. That's shit that we go through. Now listen to me. We have motherfucking all right, we talking about Eminem. Eminem made it cool to be a bitch. He made it cool.
Nah, come on, yo.
Come on now.
Stop, yo.
They was
Stop.
in the, you ain't
Stop,
never, yo, hip hop never existed. Hip hop has never, you're lying. Listen, hip hop has never existed where a nigga could say, I used to get beat up in school, head pushed inside a toilet. Nigga, I wish a nigga would fucking say that shit on the, let Method Man tell me, and keep in mind, out of the Wu-Tang, we talking about Wu-Tang Clan, 9 different niggas. They said Method Man was the corniest one, right? They said he just was the best with it, but they say he was the one that didn't have the street aspect as the rest of them. This nigga could never fucking say I was getting bitch. You know what the fuck this nigga Eminem did? The nigga M bought out niggas like Joe Buttons and shit, who's one of my favorite, top fucking 5 also. Joe Buttons, who was able to say I was a fucking pill popping.
He didn't bring out Joe Button though. Def Jam brought out Joe Button.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jay-Z and them did that. I'm sorry. That was Jersey.
He
that was the whole
with that group. But hold on, you can't.
Yeah, but that was the whole.
Because earlier you said the good thing about hip hop now is everybody can be their self, and they don't gotta be known. They don't gotta be household names.
Today,
Eminem made it.
Eminem started that
no
shit.
Kanye West without Eminem.
No, wrong. Because keep in mind, if you look at the old Rockefeller documents, them niggas said that Kanye was coming in there, Mr. Polo Man.
He was rapping about gangster shit on the Jay-Z Blueprint too.
They said he was trying to. But then you got Kanye that out there. How did he pop off? He popped off on y'all niggas when he got in the car accident and almost like lost his life.
And
niggas can relate to it.
He said,
niggas can relate to that. But it was never okay. Kanye has never to this day. And you got 100 stories. Steve when them talking about Kanye.
Before Kanye? Who was their self? Who was the poster child for being their self before Kanye? Explain that to me. Eminem. Press my case.
We gonna end this shit off like this, right? We gonna end this shit off like this. Damn, I'm fucking up the mic and everything, right? I see your face, right? You still in that Eminem shit. I see it. I see you. You mad because your man ain't relatable. It's all good, my nigga.
Yeah, I'm trying to listen. I'm not saying I ain't saying he relatable to everybody, but
he's relatable to nobody in your community. You lied and said that you had.
In my inner circle. In my inner circle.
And you fuck with white boys. You pop pills.
Hold up. Listen, I ain't grow up with no punk ass white boys though.
I ain't say punk ass. What does punk ass got to do with this? You fuck with white boys that pop pills because us personally inside my community, we ain't start popping pills to what 2007.
Listen, I did not do not such one thing.
Y'all niggas was obviously popping pills a lot earlier than me. Motherfucking GB was watching porno a lot earlier than me. I'm fucking behind, obviously. But look, last question before we end this shit out. Last question. Look, last question before we end this shit out, right? Y'all listening?
Yeah.
Who the fuck destroyed hip hop? Rock.
Oh shit. Listen, you just elbowed me in the face, and I ain't get a chance to go out the ground yet. Damn. Who destroyed hip hop? Money.
Who?
Everybody. Money. Everybody want to be the top dog and want to be the flashiest. You know what? I gotta say, if you gotta point to one person, you got listen. It's sad to see. You gotta call Puff Daddy, yo. Real talk. Now, the reason why I say Puff Daddy, don't get me wrong. Puff Daddy made hip hop pretty. Him and Mace, and the music sound good.
And nobody take my pride.
That's what I'm saying. People
Nobody
took that
hold
template
me down.
and made everything about money. And then money became the rule of everything hip hop. It was no more about, all right, one prime example. People be like, all right, who nicer, Nelly or Nas? And somebody was like, well, it don't matter if Nelly ain't nice to Nas. Nelly got more money than Nas. I'd be like, you can still have more money. You can still have more money and still not be as nice as somebody on the microphone. You get what I'm saying? So basically, I say money / Puffy kind of gave us the hip hop that we got nowadays, which I'm not familiar with, if I can say that. And I ain't got nothing wrong against Puffy because I was dancing with the nigga while he was dancing the same with Mace too. So I ain't a hypocrite. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Give me an option to say when did hip hop go a different direction? I gotta start with late 90s.
No, nigga, I said destroyed hip hop. Don't try to fucking soften my fucking words out.
No.
It was destroy hip hop. Who the fuck destroyed hip hop? You said Puff Daddy, P Diddy, motherfucking nigga that snitched on Shine. That's who the fuck you said, right? That's the answer. Stick by that shit.
Watch your mouth, brother.
Stick by that shit. You said the nigga that fucked up the relationship with J Lo. That's who you said.
I mean, listen, it started with Puff.
Watch your mouth. Both of y'all need to watch your mouth. Both of y'all need to watch your mouth first. I'm gonna tell you who killed hip hop.
Go ahead, GB. Who killed hip hop?
Nelly.
Oh, nah.
What?
Come
Nelly,
on, Nelly.
I'm going down,
explain.
baby. Yo, street in the rainbow, a street for baby. Got ready to let it go.
That was the wackest song that ever got.
Nigga, send me Cocoa Puff.
Listen, if it wasn't for Puff, it'd be no Nelly.
Name a whacker song that got the fly to that level. Name a whacker song.
Hammer,
But
Hammer worst songs was better than that.
Hey, yo, ma, how you doing? It's your son now. Said I picked up the mic and put the drugs down. Now I'm trying to do them things that'll make you cry. Now listen to me. I'm a music fucking. I love this rap shit. Nelly is not.
Wanted to be an ABC, right? He wanted to be
Nelly is not the cause of hip hop.
Yeah, Nelly is definitely not the cause. And if
Nelly was speaking nothing but fucking street shit. The whole CD.
Nelly
destroyed. Send me Cocoa. Nigga, you ever had any? Send me Cocoa Puff.
The question was what destroyed hip hop. Before that Down Down Baby and the Shit Fly, no whack song ever excelled to that level where motherfuckers can really say, yo, I can come up with some bullshit and go diamond. Even Eminem, we had a whole 30-minute section about Eminem. Eminem still maintains some, even though he was talking about that weird shit, he maintained some type of dopeness with his song. Even Time My Name is way better than Down Down Baby going in
bullshit.
I'm going down, baby.
Line. You got a nigga. All right. So look.
That was the green light for all this shit that's going on now.
No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you why it's not. Nelly dropped that in 2000. How much gangster shit did we have? How much gangster shit did we have after 2000? We had so much gangster shit. So listen. No, it's not fair. You shitting on Nelly. How much gangster shit did we have? How much gangster shit did we have after Nelly dropped Down Baby? We had the whole mixtape era was after Nelly dropped Down. This is what I'm saying. No, fuck that.
Name a song wacker than that.
If niggas ain't gonna fucking put Chingy, Nelly, if anything, Chingy fucking killed everything. But listen, my shit is, you say Nelly.
It would have been no Chingy after Nelly.
You said Nelly. Nigga, Aqua Nelly fucked it up more than fucking Nelly did, nigga. Put it in your mouth. No, listen.
It wasn't for Puffy. It wouldn't be if it wasn't Puffy. It wouldn't be no Nelly.
Hold up. Fuck y'all. Y'all niggas tripping.
Okay, now,
Niggas
now
ain't gonna
Ryan,
give it
that's
to
a
Puffy.
valuable. Now that's a valid.
Niggas ain't
But
gonna
name
give
a
it to
whack
Puffy.
song that they put out. Name a whack song
Niggas
that
ain't gonna
Puffy
give
done
it.
put out
Listen,
that was whacking Down Down Baby that went diamond.
that
I
song
like
was
when you
hard.
do that right there. Chingy.
Nigga, that was after. Nigga,
What?
Nelly Boy. Nigga,
Nelly was Chingy was. If there would be no Chingy, they're both from St.
Yeah.
Louis. Once
Yeah.
Nelly opened up
You-
that St. Louis market,
Yeah, Nelly
Chingy
opened
was
up
able
that
to get his
door. That's
deal.
how they got the beefing. That's how they got the beefing. But listen, listen to me. I'm
So y'all
gonna
proving my
end this
point
shit
for
off.
me.
I'm gonna end this shit off, right? First of all, it can't be Puffy because Puffy was the fucking sample king. So everything that Puffy fucking released was some shit that from the 70s and the 80s. Any
I
motherfucking
give you
way.
that. I
So
give you
that nigga was just fucking that. It ain't his fault that y'all niggas like this fucking depressing ass shit that Puffy was bringing out his samples, but he switched it up and made it happen. You feel me? You turned Murder Mason to Woke Up at Teen Summit. Like
First of
that
all,
was murder. Like you turned. Hold on.
Contributions are Craig Mack, Biggie, Jadakiss,
Yeah,
Mace,
it can't be.
Styles P,
It
Black
can't be
Rob,
Puffy. Now you could call Puffy a fucking
the Queen of Hip Hop,
what's that
Mary
shit?
J. Blige.
What they call that? No, you can't get that. You can't get at the Puffy because that's Uptown. But listen,
No, I'm talking about Puffy's
He's
solo
the
career.
A-
Puffy's solo career. Not his
no,
ex.
listen.
Okay,
Puffy,
Puffy the MC.
he
You
did
said
he.
Puffy the MC.
Puffy
All
the
right.
No,
MC.
fuck no.
Okay, that's
Fuck
respectable.
no. He had greatest fucking people writing for him. That shit was fucking classic. Ain't no nigga
That's
do no
respect-
song like hey
Shiny
yo 1
C.
2.
Yo,
Hey
had
yo, the
Pat
sun don't
Benatar
shine
on.
forever, but as long as it's here, then we might as well shine together.
Shine together.
Better now than never. Business before pleasure. B Diddy and the fam. Who you know do it better? Stop
Yeah,
that.
right. No
That was
matter
the
what, we
shit.
in tight. And when you hear something, it's on cars
Make sure
face
you
up,
hear it
nigga.
right. Nigga, listen. I'm gonna tell you who
Don't
fucked
do
up
that,
fucking
Ron.
hip
Watch
hop.
your mouth.
Y'all niggas is wrong. Who fucked up hip hop was Soulja Boy with that. Yo, and this
I knew
is
that was a
Cause
hit,
Face
yo.
Up Podcast episode number 29. Peace.